In the realm of psychology, where the words of Sigmund Freud echo still, we explore the enigmatic landscapes of the psyche. Like archaeologists, unearthing relics of the past, we strive to unveil the essence of consciousness, that elusive cornerstone of our existence. To embark on this voyage, let us delve into the teachings of the esteemed Sigmund Freud. In his audacious theories, he sought to unravel the intricacies of the human mind. According to Freud, consciousness is but the tip of the iceberg, a mere fraction of our psychic structure. He introduced the ID, ego, and superego as three distinct realms of our psyche, interwoven like the threads of an ancient tapestry. Freud's notions were not without their complexities. His emphasis on primal instincts and the often murky terrains of the unconscious set the stage for a divergent exploration. Of course, let's delve deeper into Sigmund Freud's model of the human psyche, which consists of three fundamental components: the ID, ego, and superego. Each of these elements plays a distinct role in shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and motivations, offering a comprehensive understanding of human consciousness. 1. The ID, often referred to as the most primitive and instinctual part of the psyche. It operates on the pleasure principle, seeking immediate gratification of basic needs and desires without concern for consequences, morality, or reality. The ID is driven by biological urges such as hunger, thirst, and sexual impulses. It operates in a realm of raw instincts, demanding satisfaction without consideration for societal norms or the well-being of others. The ID can be likened to the primal, impulsive force within us, much like the ancient, untamed elements of nature. 2. The ego. This emerges as the mediator between the demands of the ID and the constraints of reality. Operating on the reality principle, the ego aims to find practical and socially acceptable ways to satisfy the desires of the ID. It takes into account the external world, societal norms, and the potential consequences of actions. The ego seeks to strike a balance between the often conflicting demands of the ID and the superego. It is the conscious aspect of our psyche, allowing us to make reasoned decisions and navigate the complexities of daily life. In this sense, the ego represents the rational, organizing force that tems the primal urges of the ID. 3. The superego. The superego acts as the moral compass or conscience of the psyche. It embodies societal and cultural values, internalizing the norms, rules, and ideals of the environment in which an individual is raised. The superego is divided into two parts: the ego ideal and the conscience. The ego ideal represents the standards and aspirations an individual strives to achieve, while the conscience represents the internalized sense of right and wrong, punishing the ego for deviations from moral norms. The superego's influence extends beyond the individual's immediate desires, guiding behavior based on societal norms and ethical considerations. It is akin to the cultural and ethical wisdom that guides our choices and actions. Imagine standing before an ideal version of yourself, a reflection that embodies the qualities and attributes you aspire to possess. This ideal self is what Freud referred to as the ego ideal. The ego ideal is a component of the superego, the part of our psyche that incorporates societal norms, values, and moral standards. The ego ideal is formed through a complex process of internalization during childhood. As we grow and interact with our caregivers and the broader environment, we absorb their expectations, beliefs, and behaviors. The figures we admire, respect, and seek approval from contribute to the shaping of our ego ideal. It represents the lofty standards and virtues we strive to attain as we navigate life's journey. For instance, if a child observes a parent who is kind, generous, and compassionate, these qualities become part of their ego ideal. As they mature, they might consciously or unconsciously measure themselves against this ideal, aiming to align their thoughts, behaviors, and achievements with these valued attributes. The conscience is another facet of the superego, but it focuses on restraint and punishment rather than aspiration. It develops through the internalization of societal rules, parental guidance, and cultural norms. The conscience acts as a regulator, influencing our choices and behaviors by evaluating whether they align with our internalized sense of right and wrong. Now, imagine a silent inner judge within you, an internal voice that assesses your actions and decisions against a moral code. This internal judge is what Freud termed the conscience. Just as the ego ideal represents the positive attributes we admire, the conscience embodies the ethical standards and rules that guide our behavior. For instance, if a child is taught that lying is morally wrong, their conscience will trigger feelings of guilt and discomfort if they lie. The conscience plays a role in instilling guilt, shame, and moral anxiety when our actions deviate from the standards we have internalized. Interplay and conflict. The interaction between these three components is dynamic and often marked by conflict. The ED's impulsive desires clash with the ego's need to consider reality, while both are subject to the superego's judgment. This interplay gives rise to inner conflicts and psychological tension, shaping our conscious experiences, decisions, and emotional responses. In summary, Freud's ID, ego, and superego model offers a comprehensive framework for understanding the complexities of human consciousness. The ID represents primal instincts. The ego mediates between these instincts and reality, and the superego serves as a moral guide based on societal values. Together, these elements form the foundation of Freud's psychoanalytic theory, shedding light on the intricate forces that drive our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with the world. It was in the midst of Freud's era that Carl Jung's ideas emerged. Like phoenixes from the ashes of conventional thought, Carl Jung embraced the concept of the collective unconscious, a reservoir of shared archetypal symbols and experiences. Here, the individual's journey towards self-realization intertwined with the legacy of human history. As the flame of his understanding grew brighter, it illuminated the concept of individuation, an odyssey towards integrating the various facets of one's psyche. This was not mere analysis, but a spiritual journey, a quest for wholeness. Within this labyrinthine landscape of the psyche, one encounters archetypes, universal symbols ingrained in our being. These symbols, akin to the relics of ancient civilizations, reflect the enduring wisdom of the human experience. Picture, if you will, a forest shrouded in mist, ancient and enigmatic. It is within this forest that Jung's concept of archetypes takes root. Archetypes are not mere symbols. They are the very essence of human experience distilled into universal forms. They are the eternal echoes of our collective journey, resonating through myths, dreams, and cultures across civilizations. In the heart of this forest, imagine a wise old man, a sage, who imparts wisdom transcending generations. This wise old man is no solitary figure. He is the embodiment of the sage archetype. This archetype appears in myths and legends, from Merlin to Yoda, imparting timeless knowledge that transcends the boundaries of time and culture. As we venture deeper into the forest, we encounter a figure cloaked in shadow, embodying both darkness and mystery. This is the shadow archetype, a mirror reflecting the suppressed, rejected aspects of ourselves. The shadow lurks not only in the depths of our individual psyche, but also in the tales of heroes confronting their inner demons. But then you see there's a glimmer of light filtering through the trees, revealing a hero emerging from the shadows. The hero archetype is a symbol of our innate potential for transformation and triumph. This archetype appears in countless myths, from Hercules to Harry Potter, showcasing the journey of trials, growth, an ultimate victory over adversity. And what's that? Beyond the thicket, it's a fountain, a wellspring of nurturing and protection. This is the mother archetype, the embodiment of maternal care and guidance. From Mother Earth to the Virgin Mary, this archetype nurtures not only physical life, but also the growth of the soul. As we journey onward, we encounter the image of two lovers entwined in an embrace, representing the lover archetype. This archetype speaks to our need for connection, intimacy, and the quest for emotional fulfillment. It's a reminder that the pursuit of love is a universal theme that transcends cultural boundaries. But the forest holds even more wonders. A trickster figure appears, mischievous and unpredictable. This is the trickster archetype, a jester who disrupts the status quo, challenging norms and assumptions. Think of Loki in Norse mythology or the playful Puck in Shakespeare's works, revealing the paradoxes and absurdities of life. As we near the heart of the forest, we encounter a temple, a sacred space of reflection and transcendence. This is the self-archetype, the core of our being, that integrates all other archetypal aspects. The self is the unifying force that guides us towards self-realization and wholeness, inviting us to embrace our individuality while recognizing our connection to the greater tapestry of humanity. And so, the archetypes beckon us to explore the depths of our own consciousness, to recognize the patterns that have shaped us since the beginning of time. These universal symbols are not mere figments. They are the living narratives that reside within us, inviting us to embark on a journey of self-discovery, understanding, and transformation. As we leave the forest behind, may we carry these archetypal lessons with us, for they are the keys to unlocking the mysteries of our own souls and connecting us to the vast currents of human experience. To truly grasp the essence of consciousness, one must peer beyond the veil of individuality and embrace the interconnectedness of all minds. Just as the mighty oak emerges from a tiny acorn, our collective consciousness bears the potential to shape the destiny of humanity. In the twilight hours of our exploration, as the candlelight wanes, remember that the journey into consciousness is both a soliloquy and a symphony. The echoes of Freud and Carl Jung still reverberate through the corridors of time, inviting you to traverse the depths of your own psyche. As we conclude this odyssey, may you find the courage to embrace your shadows and illuminate the hidden corners of your being. For within the enigma of consciousness lies the key to a richer, more profound understanding of existence itself.